You've probably heard that old saying, right? Data is the new oil. It's a catchy line, but honestly, it doesn't even begin to tell the whole story. The reality is so much more complex and, frankly, way more interesting.
What if we stopped thinking about data as just one single thing? Imagine instead that it's actually three totally different worlds, each with its own rules, its own players, and its own purpose. Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into right now.
All right, first up, let's talk about the world you probably already swim in, even if you don't realize it. This is the world of public signals, data that's just out there for anyone and everyone to see. Think of it like the collective heartbeat of the market. A perfect example of this is something called the put-call ratio. Now, I know that sounds super technical, but it's not, I promise. It's really just a simple way to measure bearish bets, those are the puts, against bullish bets, the calls. So if more people are buying puts, they're feeling nervous, thinking the market's going to drop. If more are buying calls, they're optimistic. It's literally a snapshot of fear versus greed.
And you know what? It's an incredibly powerful tool. Putcallratio.org even calls it one of the best sentiment indicators out there. Anyone, you, me, anyone, can look this up right now and get a quick read on the market's mood. It's basically a public utility for financial data.
Okay, now for world number 2, which is the complete opposite of what we just talked about. This is the professional data vault. This stuff is not free, it is not public, and its entire reason for existing is to give a very select group of people a serious competitive edge.
And companies like Varity, they are the gatekeepers here. They're not just handing over raw numbers. No, they provide these exclusive, high-integrity datasets plus expert analysis to big-time investment firms. It's all about finding those hidden signals that nobody else sees so you can make smarter, faster decisions.
And the stakes involved here are just staggering. We are talking about $10 trillion. That is the combined value of assets managed by the firms who pay for Verity's data. This isn't about just checking the public mood. This is about finding a secret weapon to help manage unbelievable amounts of money.
Verity's own slogan really says it all, doesn't it? Outperformance starts here. That is the entire game in the professional data vault. It's a high-stakes information arms race, and data is the ammunition you need to win.
So we have the public pulse, which everyone can feel, and we have the private vault, where pros fight for an edge. But what if I told you that both of those worlds, even with trillions of dollars on the line, are just a tiny fraction of a third, absolutely massive world of data? A world that isn't about sentiment or winning, but about something so much bigger.
Welcome to the Universal Open Library. This is the world of vast open data repositories, kind of like the ones you find on the AWS Open Data Registry. And here's the amazing part. They are completely free for anyone to use for research, for innovation, for anything. The scale here is, well, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around.
I mean, just listen to some of these. You've got Common Crawl, which is an archive of over 300 billion web pages. It's what's used to train many of the AI models we use today. You've got the Cancer Genome Atlas with detailed maps that are helping us fight cancer. You have global land cover maps from space. And believe me, we are just scratching the surface.
And it just keeps going. There's Spaceet, which gives away satellite imagery to help AIs get better at things like disaster response. There are databases with raw human brain scans to help us understand ourselves. There are even projects like Seratus that use all this open data to discover new viruses at incredible speeds. This stuff is literally powering the future of science and medicine.
And this stuff affects your daily life too. From the data sets that teach self-driving cars how to navigate our streets, to real-time earthquake data, all the way to OpenStreetMap, which is a free, editable map of the entire world, built by people like you. See? This isn't data for a small exclusive club. It's a resource for all of humanity.
So what do we get when we finally put these three very different worlds side by side? Well, you start to get a much clearer picture of what data really means and what it's for. Let's break it down one last time.
This slide really lays it all out, nice and simple. The public pulse, it's open to everybody, and the goal is to gauge sentiment. The Pro Vault, it's exclusive, it's paid, and the goal is to get a competitive edge. And finally, the Open Library. It's also open to all, but the goal is so much bigger. It's about advancing human knowledge itself.
Think about the journey we just took. We started with a single, simple signal, like the put-call ratio. Then we moved into the high-stakes, closed-door world of professional data, and we ended up in these vast, open libraries of pure knowledge. Data isn't just one thing. It's all of these things, all at once.
And that leads us to one final, really exciting question. You see, those first two worlds of data, they've been around for a while. But this third world, this universal open library, it is exploding in size right now, with entire universes of information becoming available to anyone with a laptop. The real question isn't what is data anymore. The real question is, what are we going to discover with it next?